DC news of the week, not a lot. Did you watch the Penguin trailer? Came out last 2 weeks ago.
Trailer.
It looks fantastic.
Looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Sadly, though, that might be the only TV show in that universe we get. Arkham Asylum showrunner confirms both iterations of the Batman DC spin-off series are dead.
Yeah, pretty.
It's dead, Jim. Yesterday evening, the news broke that DC Studios is no longer moving forward the Max TV series set in Arkham Asylum. The project had a complicated journey going through multiple showrunners and even switching universes. Original plans for it called to be a spin-off of The Batman, only for James Gunn later casually mention that Matt Reeves' produced series was to be set in the DCU instead. That turned into a tie into The Brave and the Bold, an unexpected move that left fans concerned DC Studios were pivoting away from the plans to expand Reeves' Batverse with the latest spin-offs. Now, Arkham Asylum showrunner Joe Otterson has broken silence on the cancellation. Over the past 24 hours, there's been speculation about the trades getting it wrong, and the scrapped show is the Batverse set series Gunn confirmed was no longer in the works. However, as Otterson explains, neither version of the series is happening now. Quote, to clarify, James Gunn said months ago that the Arkham Asylum show would be part of the DCU rather than Reeves' world of the Batman. But there is now no Arkham show in active development at DC. They could always revisit later with a new writer, but the original project that Max committed to in 2020 is dead. That was the Gotham PD show that Reeves was said kind of evolved into an Arkham show. Anything developed now would be totally new and separate from that. The Penguin is still on the way and will be released on Max this September. As for the Batman 2, it's been delayed an entire year to October 2nd, 2026. The Brave and the Bold, meanwhile, doesn't have a confirmed release date, despite serving as DC's Batman introduction. How do you feel about Arkham Asylum being scrapped? As always, let it... Oh, okay. I like the idea that it's not happening. Just focus on one universe, guys. Like, let's get it together.
How dare you? How dare you?
You were excited about this?
I don't know. Like, it would have been cool to see like them kind of focus on some like lesser known characters.
Calendar Man.
As it.
Hush.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hush is not that unknown. Yeah, I guess Croc's kind of unknown. But yeah, so
the
like
Mad Hatter.
There's a lot of. Oof. There's a lot of possibility. I read.
Professor Pig.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
I don't know. Is it that interesting?
No, not always. So, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, I'm sure they're gonna focus on other stuff. So, hopefully, that is the case.
Yeah. Speaking of other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So we've heard this. Obviously, Jason Momoa has been sort of loosely attached to Lobo for a long time. There was one version of Lobo on live action screens in Krypton, that show Krypton, back in 2018. Yes. So is the main man finally going to be released on the big screen? We've been hearing that Aquaman star Jason Momoa is either in talks or has landed the role of Lobo for a while now, even though updates have been scarce in 2024. A new rumor is claiming that a solo movie featuring the ultra-violent intergalactic bounty hunter is in development at DC Studios. There's no mention of Momoa, but we say his involvement is a pretty safe bet considering previous trade reports and hints from the actor himself, although it's worth noting he's never actually said he was up for the role of Lobo. So Lobo was... I collect comics, and I don't do so much anymore, but he was always my favorite. I always wanted to play Lobo because I'm like, hello, it's the perfect role. I mean, listen, if they call and ask me to play, it's a fuck yeah. I haven't received that call, so I don't want to put any fake news out there. But if they ever call me and ask me to play or ask me to audition, I'm there. Funnily enough, Momoa actually thought he was being brought in as Lobo when Zack Snyder cast him as Aquaman. Quote, I originally thought I was going to be playing Lobo in the very beginning. I auditioned for Batman, and I almost didn't do it because I was like, this is silly. It's not going to be me. Why am I auditioning for Batman? But it's just a run-of-the-mill audition, and then I got called right in after Affleck gets announced, and I'm like, oh, fuck, of course, I'm going to play the bad guy. So I was like, yeah, I'll come in and beat up Superman and Batman and die like I do. So I get called into the office, and I was just like, well, do you know who you're going to play? I'm like, yeah, Lobo, of course. He's the only one who can fight Batman and Superman. And Zack Snyder's like, what's Lobo? Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus. What? Lobo? No, he's not in this universe. I'm like, well, what? Who the hell am I supposed to play? And then I just wish he would have taped it because it's like Aquaman. And I'm like, disappointed face. He was disappointed he was cast as Aquaman.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. He'd be good Lobo. I'm fine with it. I just wonder about the tone.
So there's been an updated rumor off this little bad boy. If you don't mind, I can update everybody. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
They said that they haven't confirmed it, but there's a very solid rumor that he's going to appear as Lobo in Supergirl in 2026.
Oh, the Woman of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna start the pipe. And then he's probably going to get his own movie, I'm going to assume, like, after that, maybe, or something. Well, I wouldn't assume, like, in the release date. I would assume more in the shooting aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're going to fit in a Lobo solo movie. Like, unless it takes place on Earth at some point. Or you're going to start I mean, James Gunn is good at doing the space stuff with Guardians, obviously. But, do we start to go there? I guess maybe the Green Lanterns might kind of introduce that part of it, too.
Okay, yeah, there's a possibility there.
With space cops. I just wonder about the tone. Like, is it going to be R-tone violence, or is it going to be... I guess maybe that depends on Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, if that, I mean, it's all accounts is going to make $1 billion. If that knocks it out of the park, why wouldn't DC try it with a Lobo or a Deathstroke and make something rated R?
I think the demand for the movie for that, well, at least for Deadpool Wolverine, is absolutely outrageous. And I mean, because the demand is so high, they're releasing more and more pre-screenings. We were just talking about it earlier. I got one at 3:40 in the afternoon on Thursday. So if that trend continues, then the possibility of the R-rated movie tone is definitely very possible. Will it have enough build up and preface to bring people in to buy a bunch of pre-tickets? I mean a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be a lot, unless Superman is 10 out of 10 amazing, and then Supergirl the next year is the exact same. It's 10 out of 10, and Lobo's included in that. People hook onto his charm that he has regarding movies and everything else, and that's a very serious possibility. Like when he was Aquaman, he was basically Jason Momoa Aquaman form. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a lot of change. He didn't look a lot like the comics or whatever, but I assume that in this role he'll look heavily
like Lobo.
Like Lobo. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you'll kind of forget that it's him, which I'll take all day.
There is currently a storyline in DC right now called the House of Brainiac, where Brainiac has brought back or somehow teamed up with Lobo's race of Sarzinians, who are essentially immortal. But they show up on Earth, and then Lobo shows up and teams up with Superman to fight Brainiac. So maybe that's an idea down the road. Superman and Lobo taking on Brainiac. I don't know. We'll see where it goes in the story, but it's been a good story so far. Yeah. Okay, and finally, some DC news. The Penguin's premiere date has been revealed. We got a trailer a couple weeks ago, which looked great. DC Studios and the Max have confirmed the Penguin will premiere on the streaming platform this September, and we finally have a specific release date. Oh, remember when we were talking about Batman Cape Crusader? How it was in my list of like things that are coming up, and there had been no promo for it. A trailer came out like a week later, and now it's coming out. Yeah, in 2 weeks. All of it.
Soon.
Like all 10 episodes. Yeah. That trailer looked really good. Like totally.
It did look good.
So many the animated series vibes from it. Like it definitely seems like a continuation.
100%.
Yeah. So we'll talk
great.
about that when it comes out. We'll have to watch it and review it. Will it be as good as X-Men 97? No. You're saying
I
no.
don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think so. I don't think it's got the power. But
We'll go to the tape. On the
I'm excited
TV...
to see.
Huh?
I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Like how.
Yeah, I guess
how
you
well
don't
it picks
have Kevin Conroy doing the voice, so that's a knock against it already. Produced on the TV side to produce the Batman series spinoff, Colin Farrell. So we're getting 8 episodes, and it'll be released by Max on September 19th. So I assume we're not getting them all at once.
Oh, that's weird. It says September 8th for.
Yeah, so originally September 8th was pulled from a recent piece by the Hollywood Reporter, and the trade quickly removed it upon realizing it was incorrect.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think we're just getting 1 a week. I guess this is the first original DC to launch on Max, so they never really set a precedent for releasing all episodes or one at a time yet. Wait, no, sorry, I'm wrong. Peacemaker was once a week, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Did they drop 3 episodes like all the streaming services seem to do now? Is drop 2 or 3 episodes right away to get you interested?
Yeah, I enjoy the 2-episode drop with the, afterwards, week afterwards. But
yeah, like The Boys did 3, The Acolyte did 2, Fallout did all of them at once, which is strange.
It was a mistake.
You think it was a mistake? Yeah, I tend to agree. Like, I was talking to a friend about this who he doesn't play Fallout. Like he's a huge gamer, but Fallout's not his thing. Yeah. But he was surprised at how many people watched it who didn't play video games or like video games.
Crazy.
The show itself, because it was just so good. Which, yeah, dropping it all at once, you kind of lose out on that word of mouth for longer than a week.
So I think it brings it back to that water cooler talk. You know what I mean?
But nobody's in the office anymore, Josh. It's Zoom water cooler talk. But they still talk.
They still talk, man. You know what I mean? Like people, sending messages over Slack.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like a little, like the non-off-work talk. Like anybody watch Fallout last night? Oh, sorry, just a fucking psychopath on a motorcycle trying to kill himself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would agree. Like it is that week by week talk.
So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, comments, but Amazon for the first season of The Boys dropped it all at once, and then after that, season 2, 3, and 4 have always had 3 episodes, and then they release it week to week. I assume they'll do that now with Fallout. Is that season 2 will be 3 episodes and then week to week?
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get you people interested, binge it, and then yeah. Oh, by the way, you subscribe to Amazon Prime, right?
Yes.
Did you get that? Did you start getting commercials watching it? Yep. So did I. And then I got the email. Oh, you can get rid of commercials for $2.99 extra a month. And you know what I did?
Can't do it.
I
know you hit accept. Yeah, you hit accept.
I did.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't justify it. It's like fuck.
And I had to restart the app, so it stopped giving me commercials.
Christ almighty. Anyway,
so DC is DC at ComicCon this coming month?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Is DC
I typed it, but you're doing it already. Maybe.
That's 2023. Oh yeah, James Gunn to announce what? Major DC projects: Superman, The Batman Part 2, and more. Get out of here with the online. Yeah, so I guess maybe we'll see some Superman footage, been getting a lot of leaks from people posting pictures.
So many leaks. Holy fuck! I can't even scroll through Reddit. Like, Jesus Christ! Like, half the movie is like given away already. It's actually bullshit. But
They gotta do a better job like Marvel. Marvel, you rarely see that kind of stuff get out.
I think it's because they want to focus on shooting on location and
not
you
use
just can't-
volume mapping.
yeah, you just can't hide that. Like, people are up in, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
up in
high rises
skyline
and they're in their
towers,
apartments
like,
and
you can't.
stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
So they've been shooting long enough. We'll probably see, or I don't know that we'll see it, but I assume the people in the hall will see some Superman footage.
I would say 30 seconds of footage.
30
I think
seconds.
that's all they're gonna get.
Okay.
I think that's all they're gonna get.
What else could Peacemaker just started filming season 2, so I doubt we get any of that.
What if they film the dance sequence already? And that's what they
Already,
show?
and that's what you get.
I wouldn't be surprised. Quote me. I would think that we get casting on Brave and the Bold.
Really? You think they'll announce the Batman? A Batman. Not the Batman.
I think they'll announce the casting for the movie. Or, okay, let's not get crazy.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, let's get nuts. I mean, yeah, no, I could see it. Like, they announce who Batman and Robin is, because it comes out in 2000 and.
Yeah. So the Robin part depends on, because it depends on what age they want him to be.
Oh yeah, so I guess
because
if
they cast it
shoot
now and they start filming in 2 years, he's going to be
like 11 or 12.
Instead of 11, he's 13 or 14, so it looks different.
So maybe they wait. Okay, you got me.
Although I have been watching. Did you watch Sweet Tooth season 3 yet? The final season.
I did not.
I was saying to the co-founder, they must have filmed all 3 seasons fairly quickly because the kid still looks the same. The Gus, he still looks almost the same from the first season to the 3rd season.
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like it may have been season 1 and 2 back to back, and then the next one maybe a year a bit after.
Yeah, maybe. Didn't look that up. But so far, the final season has been good so far. So it's based on a Jeff Lemire comic named Sweet Tooth, who was, from just down the highway from me. He was born in Leamington, Ontario.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like there's something else he is involved in that might be
The name sounds kind of fairly
coming
familiar.
to Essex County. Yeah, Lemire, Leamington. Black Hammer, Green Falls. Did he also do? I know currently he has one called Fish Flies, which I read the free one and wasn't a thing that I was interested in. We worked with Gord Downey on some animated videos.
That's cool.
Bibliography. Awards. Little Monsters was great. Read that.
Yeah.
Valley Entertainment. Marvel. Anyways. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what comes out at...
It'll
will
be
they announce...
really
I guess... We already know who Supergirl is. Will they announce a Wonder Woman? Because that's not currently on the slate either. Right? There was no Wonder Woman...
Won't announce it. They won't... I don't think they'll use her for a little while. And same with Aquaman. Like, they're not gonna... I don't think they're gonna use them.
At all.
Not at all. I don't
But,
think
like,
they'll use them
part
for
one.
a few years. Yeah. For a few years.
So you have Superman Legacy of the Authority. Oh, maybe we'll get the Authority. Oh, we'll also get... You know what we'll also get is a Creature Commandos trailer.
Yes. Yeah, we'll definitely get that. That's for sure.
Yeah, so we might get members of the Authority, because I think there's some of them are supposed to be in Superman Legacy.
I would assume that we actually get them, like, the whole cast coming out on stage, like the whole deal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Creature
Yeah.
Commandos trailer, maybe some Superman footage, and you're thinking maybe Batman cast.
You got me with the Robin or the Damian
Damian?
Wayne. Yeah, Damien.
Damien. Yeah, it's Damien. Damien Agu.
Yeah, you got me with that time frame on the kid. So yeah, maybe we get Batman only. But I don't know. It's a tough one. People want some Batman shit, though. I can tell you that.
Who would be a good sadistic choice for Damien as a kid?
I'm really not sure.
Is there any horror movies that has kids recently that it's kind of put those kids in a possessed?
Yeah, that's a good question. What was it? The kid in the what is it? Insidious movies, or was it? He's probably grown up now. He's older.
Yeah, they might have to.
They're probably gonna
cast
have to
someone
work
out.
hard on this one because I honestly don't know.
Thomas Brody Singer.
Like I don't remember a lot of kid actors that are that young. I feel like it's gonna be a no-namer. It has to be. Or a kid that's been in like, you know, I don't know, whatever. Like couple Netflix shows or something.
One of the kids from Stranger Things 5 years ago.
Well, I mean, sure, but they're too old now, which is nuts.
Yeah, that show. I mean, I'm sure I'll watch the final season, but I just feel like the show's gone on way too long, and it may not be their fault necessarily. Just COVID, and then I'm not sure they really had an idea of how to end it in the beginning, so they just kind of.
Yeah, I don't think they were too sure. I don't think
because then it became a hit, and like, oh shit, we have to like stretch this out now. To
Netflix definitely asked them to stretch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's DC News of the Week. Thanks.